Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be planning for the week of September 19th through the 25th, 2022 in my Sadie Stickers planner. I'm going to be using this kit from the Crafty banana called the One with the Sticker collection. And this is very cool because this is a full scene kit that she designed to go with the show Friends, which has a lot of really interesting details. Like there's Rachel's trifle. This is just their natural kitchen. Of course, there's their famous door. All of Joey's pizzas. I'm not sure what's, oh, I think this is, this might be Ross and Monica at the New Year's Eve party thing. Okay, so then we've got the chick and the duck. Monica wearing the chicken on her head. He's my lobster. Don't eat my sandwich. There's the white dog. Central Perk. There's the white dog again. It actually appears twice. There's the creepy little troll doll. I sort of forget. There's all the Central Perk coffees. There's the fountain from the opening scene. Sort of forget what scene that is. Somebody can tell me. And then, of course, yes. So I thought this was very well done. And yeah, just not at all accurate depiction of what a typical New York City apartment looks like in the 90s or now, unless you have lots and lots of money. So then this is the mini kit. So it comes with a lot of functionals, weekly tracker, some really sweet little deco, and some sidebar boxes. And then I went ahead and got, so actually I think I bought each of these sheets separately. So I bought these two, no, these three together. This is the mini kit, like this. And then I bought this extra sheet, the glitter sampler, because it came with extra boxes and glitter headers, which I was going to try and color block. I don't know if I'll really be able to do that. It also came with this freebie that has really cute candles, Central Perk, Rachel's Trifle, Monica Clean, Anna Break, and then like a tiny little version of the mini scene, a movie marquee, and all of that. And then I bought an extra one of these. This was the coffee collection, but I think it still goes with this kit very, very well because of the red brick. So I'm going to be using this. And I'm just pulling in a couple of other things. This is the Sweater Weather candle collection. I used some of these last week. These are the minis. I do have the larger ones, but I think I'm going to use these large ones here. This is the leaf date numbers. I'm going to keep it going with the gold. And then I have an extra sheet from Charlotte's Paper Company. This is like very 90s. I thought it would be appropriate. And then these are just some extra half boxes from Charlotte's Paper Company. And they sort of match the colors for these. So I thought I would just put all of that together. And so I am going to start filming, speed things up, and come back in voiceover. All right, so to start with, I decided to put the Sadie Stickers date dots on these really adorable brick covers. I got these extra headers. They go with the coffee collection kit. So for anyone who's looking for very neutral headers that you can use with a lot of different things, I recommend these brick headers. I think they actually go with a lot. Obviously, they match the brick on the wall in the apartment, so I decided to go with those. And actually, that pretty little shade of gold made this spread for me. It was very small. I think it was like the only foil I used for the entire spread, but it just looks so good. Okay, so for this next part where I'm setting down the scene, I actually sped this video up to about 5 times the normal speed. So if it looks like I'm doing a really good job or a really crappy job, just know that this took 5 times longer than this video entails. So the scene is uninterrupted because of these tiny little strips that go in between each one. And they're actually easier to fit than I thought. I tried this method of putting each strip down and then trying to match them, which seemed to work the best actually. And you really can't tell from this camera view if any of them are off. This one in particular was really difficult to place, I think just because the continuous white up at the top. So I think I did okay, but it was just a very tricky spread to get right. But because the full boxes and the washi are sort of combined together, it leaves all this room up top for lots of natural planning. And so I ended up color blocking for this week because I had the perfect items to color block. And I think it came out really, really well. So moving on from here, I put in the I'll be there for you. And then everything just matched so beautifully. It was really nice and easy to see. So I started to work on the sidebar and I was like, wait, let me color block first, lay down all of the basics. So again, this part is sped up a little bit faster because who cares about this part? I know it's kind of, I don't know if how people watch these videos, if you watch them sort of in the background or if you're actually planning alongside with a person. It sort of depends on what you prefer, but so I've done both. So anyway, on that note, thank you for watching. I do appreciate any and all of your feedback, so thank you. So to get started, I had a lot of great stuff I could use for the sidebar this week, and I decided because I had all these like really nice checklists that were color blocked. So this is me laying down all of it color blocked, and I wasn't sure how I was going to use the checklist because 5 is a lot. I like 3 better because it calls for priority planning. I also decided to use these little functionals to mark which show we were watching that day. I'm pretty sure it was The Shield for all of them. And it was just kind of nice and easy to have everything ready to plan out. So I went ahead and finished the foiled headers for that week and then just finished marking everything off. So everything is boxed off pretty well. And then there's a lot of white space because of the checklists. But I think it balanced out with all these bright colors. You need to have some white space if you're going to go multi-mega colors here. So I used this cute little weekend banner and moved on to the sidebar. So this was a mini kit and it came with 1 week tracker. So I'm using this to track both my vitamins and Vinny's pills. So Vinny now requires at this point 2 12 hours apart sets of 4 pills. And that meant that I had to give him the pills when I woke up in the morning and in the evening. So I eventually moved this couch down because it was such cute deco and I wanted to use it, but I didn't know where the best place to put it, and it looked a little repetitive with the couch up at the top. I used the weekly full box to track my cleaning schedule for the week, and I did move the couch all the way to the bottom, which I think looks really good. I used a guitar to mark that this week, the feature of this week is that it's my husband's birthday and he plays guitar, so I thought that was a really cute way to mark that. And I ended up doing sort of 2 quote boxes this week because I had the icons. So in that purple door icon, I just marked summer ends, fall begins, because this was really what felt like the first real week of fall in North Carolina. So you'll see me jump back and forth on days, and this happens when I do color blocking, because if there are 4 colors included in a week, there's 1 color that doesn't repeat, and so I try and use as many of the full boxes for that one day as possible. So that's why I went in and did the purple on Thursday, because that's the one that usually gets the special treatment for colors that don't repeat. So on Monday, I had to email my principal about extensions, changing my schedule. I had to edit my Friday schedule and presents. Lots of birthday stuff happening this week was on my to-do list. For work, I used one of the little coffee perk icons just to say wake up early and prep for school. And I thought that was a really nice way to use that spread. I filled a couple of things in with some decorative headers as well. I'm so ambitious at the beginning of the week, and I really just do not follow through on a lot of what I put in here. I hate to say it. But yeah, so there's the little coffee perk coffee cup. And then, let's see, where do I go next? Because I jump around a lot. Okay, so I started to fill in buying Frank's presents. So my husband is difficult to shop for because he'll tell me that he doesn't want anything, he doesn't like surprises. This goes against everything I was taught about what birthdays are. And so there's been a lot of relearning on my part how to because when it's not about you and it's your significant other's birthday, you have to do what they want. So I pushed back as hard as I could, but ultimately I ended up just following whatever he wanted to do, and I think that made him happy. So on Tuesday, I had to work at the middle school. There was a community meeting for SLPs at 2 o'clock, so I just marked that in with that virtual tracker. And then I also had a final results meeting, IEP, that I needed to mark as well. So I just went ahead. I use Once More with Love for most of my character stickers just because they're so cute, and I like their size. They never seem to interfere with anything that's going on. So I'm just marking with a little Only Tuesday sticker. That's a really cute set. Wednesday was an early release day, which I ended up shifting that over just a tad. But on early release days, the schedule gets a little complicated. Lunch schedules are really important because the kids always get lunch. Not always recess, but lunch for sure. So it changes who I can pull, and it's kind of a pain. On Saturday, which was my husband's birthday, I decided to use these confetti stickers that came with the kit. I thought they looked so cute. Friday, we had an appointment to visit the house in the afternoon, and my husband was actually, he drove me to work and picked me up because he needed the car, and so it was just super helpful and useful. And he got up early with me and he picked me up. So that was good. I had a little, I was trying to scatter all the birthday things I wanted to do for him. I ended up not putting those birthday decorations up until Saturday because that's when they came. I used Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle decorations that I bought on Amazon, and they were really fun. And they're still hanging up in our house because we're moving, and I thought, why not? Let's just keep them up. I ended up putting gas in the car after work because no, not after work. I realized the morning of that I hadn't put gas in the car the day before, so oops. We ended up being able to do it before I had to go to work, which was good. So September, that came with the freebie. It was like a little version of the whole scene. So that candle says Central Perk. The yellow candle says Rachel's Trifle. And I decided I wanted to use the other candle for that Sunday. So I had a working lunch. They provided lunch for us on Wednesday, which was so nice. We have a really excellent PTA and partnership with the Presbyterian Church.
down the road, which was really nice. So they always feed us, and I'm so grateful. The last candle says Monica Clean, which I thought was really appropriate because Sunday is usually the day that I do the most of my cleaning. I used another Central Perk icon to mark Sunday breakfast. I had intended to make these pumpkin croissants on Friday for his breakfast, but I ended up doing that for his birthday breakfast instead. And then I did a Starbucks run on Wednesday. Let's see, gosh, I'm doing so much flipping back and forth, it's hard to tell where I put stuff in. And at this point, I'm just trying to use up as many of the full boxes or leftover boxes as I can. So I ended up, let's see, what do I do next? Usually I edit this part out. Oh, I ended up writing nothing there. It was a very 90s, like, appropriate heart to use, but I did have a doctor's appointment on that Friday, I think. Yeah, I had a blood draw, so the doctor had to come and take me out. I just put a couple of little icons up at the top. I didn't know what to do with them, and I didn't want to waste them, so I just threw them on there. Just marking in more of my to-dos, getting close to the end here, folks. Just very simple errands I marked with the icons that came with the kit: take out the trash, do laundry, do some packing, which I did very minimal amount of. And actually, ultimately, I think I got everything in there that I absolutely needed to get in there. I do a couple of things here where I start to cover up the checklist on Saturday. We ended up going to Killington's on Saturday for just a drink, and then we picked up food. My husband got a free dessert from the diner, which he was really excited about, so we got to have that. I did a lot of shopping on Saturday while my husband just rested. We were supposed to go to a barbecue place, but we ended up just not because he wasn't in the mood to go out. And I was like, you know what? It's your birthday, dude. Like, you tell me what you want to do. So we ended up watching Rad at home, which is his favorite movie. So that worked out really, really well. I just end up moving that little cupcake icon to the bottom to celebrate that we did birthday cake and Zoom with his family. And next to the candle, I eventually wrote decorate and wrap gifts. We did local drinks, and then I was just sort of pre-planning. I didn't know what we were going to do exactly, and so I just blocked off time with those full boxes, and I think that works really well if you don't know exactly what you want to do, but you know that something is going to be taking up your time. Just as a visual aid, I think it's helpful. So these were just, I was just trying to fill in what I could possibly do on Tuesday, and for the most part, I did do some of these things, but printing materials, making sure that I had everything all set for the week. But in general, I left a lot of this blank, so please forgive me for that. And yeah, so that was me just filling in that summer ends, fall begins bit. And I decided to use a therapy sticker just to mark that that's what I was doing that day. It was very basic. I was watching Peter Pan with my friend Lynette on our Wednesday Zoom and making sure I had a couple of things all squared away. Anyway, I'm about to head back into the normal voiceover. Oh yeah, I just switched out a couple of icons, but it ended up working out really well.
Okay, so this is how the spread turned out. I think it looks fantastic. I kind of messed up on the deco a little bit, but still overall, I think it's a really fun, colorful spread. I enjoyed the color blocking, and I definitely have some things to fill in that will be filled in during the week and not in this video, but I am very happy overall with how this looks, and hopefully this week will run a little smoothly. I have 2 scheduled changes. I have some unusual, like, routines, non-routine stuff happening this week, so hopefully this planner spread will keep me on track and make sure that I get everything done on time. But yeah, I'm really excited. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment and like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Have a great week.